Welcome to the first episode of Toxiris Discovers, the series where I will listen to 7 albums every week and give my short opinion on every album in this video that is coming every Sunday. So these videos will always contain 7 albums that I listened to in the past week. For example, for today, I would have 7 albums that either the comments suggested, if there are enough suggestions I haven't heard, and if not, I'm gonna fill the free spots up with albums I wanted to listen to. And then in this video, I'm gonna give a short review, a short first listening experience review, because I'm only gonna listen to every album once in case I like it obviously more. But I'm gonna give like a first listen experience and explain what I think about it, how I feel about it, do I like it, do I dislike it, everything. And yeah, this week I only have 3 albums because I wasn't really focused on listening to a whole lot of music this week besides the new releases, because new releases will not be included in this series if I already reviewed them in Toxiris Rates. If I didn't, then they might be included in these videos, but that's probably gonna be something pretty rare because usually I try to cover everything with Toxiris Rates. So today we got 3 albums. The first one is by Daniyel and it's called 82. Actually, the man Rap Universe put me onto this. Shout out to him. That's the homie. And it's actually very good. I added 4 from the only 9 or 10 tracks to my playlist, and I really enjoyed it. It's a pretty melodic and pretty happy sounding, even with sometimes kind of dark subject matter covering album. Very well sung and just sounds very good sonically. The hooks are catchy and everything is just catchy and good sounding. Just what you need from a melodic rap album. There's nothing I can criticize. I can only recommend this, even if it's a bit more underrated. Then, to get a bit less underrated, I finally listened to another Pusha T album, because I used to only hear Daytona, and that I love that album, but I somehow never expanded. And then I heard MPA. I'm not trying to say what that stands for. Then I heard MPA and I was like, oh, this is of a Pusha album with only 10 tracks. I might as well listen to it. And it's called King Push Darkest Before Dawn, The Prelude. And this album is actually amazing. It has 4 or 5 tracks that I now have in my playlist. The one featuring Kalani is probably one of my favorites. And the one Untouchable is also one of my favorites. I love those tracks. I have a bit more in my playlist, but those are just my favorites. Obviously with MPA, which was the track through which I found this album. And this is overall just a pretty dark, obviously Pusha T drug dealing focused album with very good production and even very good hooks for a Pusha T album. Gotta say, can only recommend this too. And yeah, it's a very good album. Not as good as Daytona in my opinion, but very good. And then for today, because I only have 3 albums today, the last album that we're gonna have is Femdot 94 Camry Music. Now Femdot, I got introduced into Femdot by Brock FM, also a homie of mine. He didn't show me this album, but he showed me a couple of his songs, and through those songs I somehow just found this album and listened to it. And it's also very enjoyable. It has a very laid back, maybe a bit summery type of vibe. I would say sunset maybe. And has very good hooks. It has good subject matter at times, and even pretty unique subject matter. I mean, probably one of my favorite songs is the Happy Breakup song, which is how it's titled, A Happy Breakup Song. And yeah, this is also a very good album. Also very short. All these albums are less than 40 minutes long as far as I remember, and they're all very good. So if you're trying to listen to any of these, the Daniyel one, good, melodic, maybe a bit upbeat vibe, very good. The Pusha T album, lyrical, dark with drug dealing references. And the Femdot album, which is also, I would say, kind of lyrical rap, but with great catchy hooks and summery vibe beats, nothing too dark. Yeah, with that being said, that was the first episode of Toxiris Discovers. Let me know some albums that I should listen to until the next episode in the comments. I will pick 7 of them. If there's not 7, then I'm just gonna pick 2 or 3 or how many there are in the comments, and I'm gonna fill the other spots with albums I haven't heard personally. Obviously, if there's a comment from an album that I've already heard or that I already know a lot, then I'm not gonna listen to that again, because it should be a first listening experience, because I'm trying to catch up on some albums, because how maybe some of you know, I only got into hip-hop in 2018 and I got a whole lot of albums to catch up on. So y'all can throw in some mainstream shit, everything. It shouldn't be from the year 2021, because I think I heard pretty much everything relevant that dropped this year. So yeah, just old shit, can be popular, everything. If you know I know the album, obviously wouldn't be that good. A P&B rock album, kind of hard. But other than that, throw in everything. I'm happy with everything. I'll listen to everything, and I'll give a review of it in the next video. So with that being said, leave y'all comments and have a good one. Thank you.
Remember back then, all them hoes ain't want me. Now I'm ballin', all them same hoes on me. Mama told me that this came with the money and the motherfucking fame, even though I feel the same. I'm that nigga now. I'm that nigga now. I'm that nigga now. I'm that nigga now.